These three things can be the difference between you doubling your leads in 2024 or losing half of them to your competitors. Stay till the end to see how we doubled our clients' leads with a third one. What up? My name is Nilson Ramirez of Triple Digital. We believe that in order to be effective in marketing, you need three major components: a high IQ, a grounded EQ, and the ability to execute. Hence, triple threat marketing. This is why my goal with every episode is to give you viable and valuable tools or information that you can add to your marketing arsenal. So go ahead and subscribe right now to keep up with the latest and greatest in marketing tips and tools. On this episode, we're going to unlock the key to maximizing AI's power for your company's growth. We'll highlight two social media juggernauts with massive lead gen upside, and we'll cover Google changes that will either work for you or against you if you're not vigilant. So the other day, my kids and I were going out, and I laid out clothes for my daughter, as I often do. And she looked at the pink outfit that I had picked out for her and looked at me and said, "Sorry, Daddy, I wear black now." Which, as you might imagine, confused me. And I said, "Well, what happened to pink?" And she looked at me like I had missed some sort of memo, and she goes, "Black is just more fashionable." I was like, "But you love pink." And she just shrugged her shoulders and said, "Things change, Daddy." And she's right. Things change. And in marketing, nothing has brought about more change than AI. And it's the first trend that we need to address. Last year, Microsoft's CEO said that AI is the greatest technological disruptor since we discovered fire. Strong words, and yet all of us would agree that the discovery of fire by itself is not enough. It's the ability to make fire, to build it, to harness it that changes the world. The same is true of AI. The key to generating more leads with AI isn't AI, it's knowing how to use AI, knowing how to harness and leverage its power. That's where prompt engineering comes in. Now, a prompt is the sentence, the command that you and I type into an AI system when we want it to do something. Prompt engineering is the optimal structuring and ordering of that command that produces the most powerful and precise results possible. For example, there's a platform called Midjourney, and it's an amazing AI software that can produce any image that your mind can conceive. But here's what happens when your mind conceives a crappy prompt for Midjourney versus a well-crafted one. See, the power is in the prompt. 2024 will be the year expert AI writers separate themselves from recreational ones. If you want to dominate your market, either someone in your company or someone in your marketing agency needs to be proficient in prompt engineering. A tool to help you get started is a website called Prompt Perfect. You type in a prompt and it optimizes the prompt for you so that you can get better results. It can't replace an expert, but it's a good place to start. Trend number 2. 2023 ended with this interview regarding the future of Twitter, now called X. The biggest takeaway from this interview was Elon telling advertisers to go kick rocks. And in response, advertiser and users have gone elsewhere. This mass exodus from the app has created two unique marketing opportunities. The first is that advertisers leaving the platform makes X the best bang for your buck when it comes to running ads. X now has the highest return on ad spend by far. The second opportunity lies within Instagram. See, Twitter, X, users are leaving and going to Threads, which is Instagram's version of Twitter. And since that infamous interview, Thread downloads have more than doubled, meaning that you may want to jump on Threads now and start building your brand or community there, especially if X keeps on this path. So remember, use X for ads, use Threads to build your brand, and ride the upside. For this final and third trend, I want to go back to my daughter saying things change. I'll admit that her switching from loving pink to preferring black because of fashion caught me off guard, but it was a reminder that my little girl is always changing, always evolving and growing, and it's one of the beautiful and difficult things about parenting. You know what else is always changing? It can be beautiful and difficult. Google. Google is an ever-changing platform that will never stop making updates and tweaks, sometimes to your detriment. Last year, they changed LSAs from showing 3 results to showing 2 atop Google. They didn't ask anybody, little to no warning, and then out of nowhere, the more section went from 100 options to 20, which is a massive change if you depend on LSAs for leads. So let me be clear. The only thing that will ever be consistent about Google is that it will be inconsistent. They changed a dozen things last year, expect them to change a dozen things this year. But just like it's up to me to keep up with my kids as they change, you need to keep up with Google, or at least have a marketing agency working on your behalf that you trust is ready for the twists and turns. Here at Triple Digital, we have an SEO team that's subscribed to every newsletter available, follows the latest reports. We are dialed in so that nothing like this catches us off guard. We have a client in Atlanta that was number 1 when LSAs were at 3. And he's number 1 now that they're at 2. And in an ultra competitive market like that, we can't afford to not know what's coming. We can't afford to lose ground on Google, and neither can you. At the end of the day, whether it's AI, social media, or Google, knowing about these trends means nothing without a plan of attack and or a marketing agency that is implementing one on your behalf. Now is the time to get ahead of these trends and to put something in place that's going to generate leads for you. Subscribing to our channel will definitely keep you ahead of the curve, as we'll be diving into everything that's working in the lead gen world for us and for others. And feel free to visit our website to check out some unique technology that we use for targeted leads. Thanks. See you on the next video.